Right now at noon, a developing story out of Waukesha as shots were fired inside a school. We will have the very latest. And it's Cyber Monday. We'll tell you what you need to know before making any purchases online.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at noon.
News out of Waukesha as a suspect is in custody after shots were fired inside Waukesha South High School. The school district of Waukesha says it happened around 10 this morning. They say they received a report that there was a student with a gun. They went into lockdown. According to WTMJ television, a student and a resource officer were involved in the shooting and one student was injured. Parents of students who were inside say they were terrified.
She texted me telling me that there was an active shooter right outside her very own classroom and that she was really scared and that she didn't know what to do, but she was able to text me, letting me know what was going on within the school, and then I walked up here real fast and this is what we have.
Story will have updates on Channel3000.com throughout the day. Let's head over to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Hattie McLean has a look at your first alert forecast. Time to get the car washed.
That is true. This is a car washing forecast if there ever was one, Mark. We have sunshine in our forecast today. In fact, take a look behind me. This is our WISC-TV sky camera shot. Beautiful blue skies at this lunch hour. And we're going to keep the sunshine through the rest of the afternoon. There is some cloud cover still well off to the east. Our temperatures this morning, or I should say this lunch hour, 31 here in Madison, still at 29 in the Dells. Janesville's the warm spot with 34 degrees. Temps aren't going to move much more than that. We may climb about a degree or two here in Madison, but then drop back into the 20s as soon as the sun sets this evening. Coming up in about 15 minutes, we'll talk about this nice stretch of weather, keeping temperatures near normal this week.
It's a long, dry stretch.
It certainly is.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes, Hattie. Thank you. A Darlington woman was cited in connection with a hit and run involving an Amish buggy. Lafayette County's deputies say 56-year-old Jean Halverson was headed south on Highway 126 in Belmont Township. When she hit the buggy, she did not stop. Halverson was cited for several things, including first offense operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated. She was arrested on suspicion of criminal damage to property and was taken to the Lafayette County Jail. 3 teenagers are being held in the Juvenile Reception Center accused of driving a stolen car. 2 13-year-old girls and a 14-year-old boy were seen driving the car on Watts Road just off of High Point Road yesterday afternoon. Madison police eventually stopped the car near Todd Drive and arrested all 3 teens. It is Cyber Monday and we are sharing some money-saving strategies. Shoppers should be wary of the buy more, save more types of deals. For example, when it comes to getting free shipping, once you spend a certain amount, you should avoid it unless the free shipping minimum is near your total and the extra you add to your cart is equivalent to what the shipping fee would be. Also, make a budget and stick to it.
Specifically write down who are you buying for and what are your thoughts and how much do you want to spend, because it's really easy to find great deals and be like, oh, I'm going to buy this, oh, I'm going to buy this, and then you have all of these boxes showing up at your house that you maybe didn't plan for. So it's really important to stick to your budget.
Meanwhile, the IRS is joining forces with the Madison Police Department and organizations across the country to discuss National Tax Security Awareness Week, anchored between the holiday shopping season and the upcoming tax filing season. National Tax Security Awareness Week encourages individuals, businesses, and tax professionals to secure their sensitive financial data and protect themselves against identity theft and other scams that tend to peak during this time of the year.
Security online, if it's the HTTPS, it's a secure site. If it's just the HTTP at the beginning of that website, it's not secure. So just be aware of that.
Experts are reminding people to never send gift cards to companies, do not wire money to other accounts, and never give your Social Security number out to people who you do not know. Well, tickets for the Big Ten championship game are on sale right now. The Wisconsin football team will be taking on Ohio State on Saturday at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. The 10th-ranked Badgers were defeated by the Buckeyes in October. 38-7 was the score then. For tickets, head to uwbadgers.com. And tickets are also on sale for the first round of the NCAA volleyball tournament. Wisconsin received the number 4 seed and will be taking on Illinois State, that is, on Friday at 7 p.m. at the UW Fieldhouse. If Wisconsin wins, they'll play the winner of the UCLA and Notre Dame game on Saturday at 6 p.m. For tickets, head to uwbadgers.com. And there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
It's Cyber Monday, and we have a recipe that's so darn easy, you can spend all day finding the best deals online and still have plenty of time to put a tasty dinner on the table. It's Cyber Monday, which means there's all sorts of deals online, so we can save big without ever leaving our house. And to help maximize our time online, we have a quick throw-together hamburger soup that's made with ingredients that you'll probably have on hand. We start by browning ground beef and some chopped onions in a soup pot for a few minutes. After draining off the liquid, we add some beef broth, a bit of tomato paste, a can of diced tomatoes, and a package of frozen peas and carrots. And to give this lots of taste, we toss in a bit of dry mustard, garlic powder, and salt and pepper. We give this a good stir and let it simmer for about 20 minutes until all the flavors come together. It's that easy. And whether you dig into it as is or top it with some shredded cheddar, boy, are you in for a burgerlicious treat. So while you're online snatching up all the deals, make sure you visit our website and print out a copy of what we call hamburger soup. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a time and money saving way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, a sunny and cool day across southern Wisconsin. Meteorologist Hattie McLean is in with your first alert forecast coming up.
Do you
Our Call for Action phone bank is open right now, ready to take on your consumer issue. You can call our hotline. Volunteers will help you with any consumer complaints. The number is 608-270-2833. The service is open every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 11 and 1. And our Call for Action volunteers are holding a special evening call-in tonight. We'll have live reports all evening long, helping to answer your questions. You can call in from 5 to 7 this evening. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials are down 225 points. The NASDAQ off 107. The S&P 500 down 25. Let's check in now with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee. She is live in the radio barn. Hi, Pam.
Hi there, Mark. We're kind of keeping an eye on what's going on with these snow totals around Wisconsin. There's still some crop that remains to be harvested out there. We'll find out from the Wisconsin Ag Statistical Service later this afternoon how much of that crop's left to be harvested. And although in southern Wisconsin, around a lot of the Channel 3 viewing area, you don't see a lot of snow on the ground, boy, that changes drastically when you get just north and west of Wisconsin Dells and north of Fond du Lac. Up by my home neck of the woods in Oconto County, better than 8 inches of snow, a lot of power knocked out. So just kind of depends on where your geography is. Now, dairy farmers may be feeling a little bit better. On Friday, the Wisconsin Ag Statistical Service announced the October milk price went over $20 a hundredweight, $20.50 a hundredweight, or about $1.76 per gallon at the farm gate. That is the first time we've seen $20 milk or better since December of 2014, and our dairy farmers just hoping we're going to keep that trend going. Not a lot of news in the marketplace again today. We're getting into that slow time of the year as far as information generation. We'll just basically be waiting until USDA kind of does their final count on how many acres were actually harvested and what our actual yield looks like. But that's not likely to be coming into the marketplace with any reliability till closer to January. Dairy markets today in Chicago are a little bit mixed. Barrel cheese up a penny at $2.25 3/4. 40-pound block cheese down 3 today at $1.93 1/4. Double A butter finishes on Monday down 2 3/4 cents at $1.97 a pound. And this is getting to be that time of the year, Mark, where our Wisconsin cheesemakers, our Wisconsin meat processors, they're kicking her in high gear. We could see a $500 million in online cheese business for Wisconsin just for calendar year 2019. So Cyber Monday's got a whole different look for our cheesemakers this year, too.
Yes, makes a perfect gift, doesn't it?
That's right. It does.
Right.
Gift for you, gift for me,
That's
gift
right.
for keeping it home. Yep.
That's right. All right. Thank you, Pam. We'll see you later. Hattie's out in the backyard weather patio in the sunshine.
That's right, I am, Mark. Skies are clear right here. So nice to have the sunshine at the lunch hour, and it looks like we'll keep it. Today, though, Pam was talking about some of those snow numbers. Take a look at the snow depth map in northern Wisconsin. Some pretty impressive numbers coming from that last storm system. Some spots picking up over 2 feet of snow just in the last couple of days. You can see the snow depth is pretty impressive north of a line from Eau Claire to about Green Bay. Otherwise, here in Wisconsin, it's pretty quiet. Now on Doppler track, we, of course, with clear skies here, aren't noting any precipitation around the area. That storm from yesterday has moved well to the east, and it is snarling travel in the northeastern part of the country. But 3 things that you need to know about the weather around here for the next several days. Well, skies have already cleared today, so we're looking at sunshine for the remainder of the day. And our quiet weather forecast is going to continue right through this entire work week. So we have a great chance to finally dry out and string a few dry days in a row. Now, our next chance for precipitation is going to hold off until later in the weekend, probably on Sunday. And right now, it looks like it'll be warm enough for at least the part of that precipitation to fall in the form of rain. We'll likely see a changeover from rain into snow as we head into next week, but right now it looks like rain on Sunday. So as I mentioned at the top of the show, definitely a car wash forecast. No reason not to wash the car over the next couple of days. I predict that the lines are going to be very long at the car wash this week across southern Wisconsin because we have no precipitation in our forecast through Saturday. Now, taking a look at weather track across the upper Midwest, it is pretty quiet around here. Again, some clouds to the west, but high pressure building into the area from the west is going to keep things pretty quiet. Temperatures at the lunch hour are warming nicely across the region. Let's zoom in a little bit to here in southern Wisconsin, and you'll see as we take a closer look at our area that we're seeing lots of 30s on the map, a few spots still in the 20s. Don't look for temperatures to warm too much. We've had a light northerly wind. It has diminished. Now it's around 5 to 10 miles an hour across the entire area. However, it's not expected to increase through the afternoon. So with the sunshine and the light winds, we're just going to see a small warm up over the next couple of hours. Wind chill isn't a huge factor. It feels like maybe a couple of degrees cooler than the actual air temperature, but I think the sun is the best part about today. So here's a look at your future track forecast model. Again, going through the rest of the day today, temperatures will top in the low 30s in most spots. By 5 o'clock, we're looking at clear skies, but of course, the sun already set by that time, so it will be just mostly clear skies as you head home from work. But an increase in the clouds is expected through the evening into the overnight hours. So temperatures aren't expected to drop too far overnight. In fact, our overnight lows take us down to 24. And then looking ahead for Tuesday, it should be a little bit warmer with a high of 37 degrees. And there is just the beauty of a forecast through the week. As we start out December, temperatures will be normal, hitting highs in the low to mid 30s most days. Thursday will be the warmest day with highs near 40. And looking ahead to the upcoming weekend, there's that storm that we'll be watching. It'll bring stronger winds, likely some rain mark on Sunday, transitioning over to some snow on Monday. Some of those earlier forecast models predicting a little bit of a cool down as we head through the first part of next week.
Well, enjoy this week, that's for sure. It's a beauty.
That is true. I guess if you still have lights to hang up for Christmas, whatever, this is the week to do it.
Rake the leaves, maybe?
That's true. That is a possibility this year, isn't it?
All right, Hattie, thank you.
You're welcome.
There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, Linda Bartsch from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. The number to call, 608-270-9933. We'll be right back.
News 3
Linda Barge from the Bruce Company is here taking your plant and garden questions. 270-9933, the number to call. Hello, Linda.
Hello, Mark.
'Tis the season, I guess.
Well, I did bring along just a normal poinsettia, although it does have a little bit of a different leaf. It is a variegated leaf. This is Stephanandra back here. And this is really a good time to buy a plant like that because you're going to take it home and get to enjoy all the flowers opening up.
What is it called?
Stephanandra. And when it opens, it's very fragrant. So it's trained onto a little, it's a vine, so since it's trained, it's a little bit more controlled. And then I brought some variegated ficus, this little green and white one. And then there's one down front that has sort of a pretty darker green on a paler green leaf that's attractive. So not only poinsettias with variegation, but the ficus and then a cute little fern.
Okay, let's go to the phones. We will start with Donna from Loganville. Hi, Donna.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
My question is with Christmas cactuses. I have several that are blooming right now, and I'm wondering how often a person should water them, and also when does a person fertilize them?
Okay, well, it depends partly how warm you keep your home and how big of a pot. So you're much better off thinking in terms of watering it thoroughly, having water go down through into an additional pot. A lot of times I will have a container, a plastic pot, and then I put it in a decorative one. So that when you water, you can see exactly how much water is down below. And then after an hour or two, you pour off the excess.
Don't let it sit in the water.
You don't let it sit in the water for more than probably 3-4 hours. And let that Christmas cactus get dry between waterings. And as far as the fertilization, don't fertilize now. Thank goodness we finally have some sun. Those plants are very happy to see that. And then after it gets done flowering, you'll start to see some growth and push at that time. So fertilizing it probably in January, February, March is actually a good time.
After it's done flowering.
After it's done flowering and when you start to see some new growth occur.
We were joking in the weather about raking leaves, and if you still have leaves on your lawn, you should get them up.
Lawns don't like to be under a thick layer of leaves. That's going to be problematic, especially if you don't get it up early in the spring. So if we have some dry time now, this is a good time to get those off. If you don't want to haul them away, because Mark was saying that they aren't picking up leaves anymore, you could take them to the recycling center or just rake them into your perennial beds, because those plants are going to tolerate that much better. Shrubs and things aren't going to mind if there's some leaves on their root systems, but grass would not be as happy.
Okay, and oak trees you can prune now.
Oak trees, if the problem with oaks, pruning them during the summer, is that there is a disease called oak wilt. And it gets, when you prune them during the active growing season, there's a little beetle that's attracted to oaks, to those pruning wounds. So this is, we're in a safe period of time to do pruning on oaks.
It's illegal to do it in the summer, isn't it?
Well, actually, Madison does have an ordinance. That's right. And you have to make sure that there's the correct time frame so that you don't transmit it to other oaks, because if you prune your oak tree and it gets oak wilt, it can transmit it to a neighbor's oak because they have root grafts.
All right, let's go to Jenny in Monona. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, how are you guys? Happy holidays.
You too?
Happy holidays.
What's your question?
Yes, I know you just got done answering about Christmas cactus. And my aunt had one for quite a few years, and then she gave it to me, and I've had it for about 8 or 9 years. And it only half blossoms during the year.
Okay. Well, I've seen Christmas. Yeah, go ahead. Has the entire plant ever bloomed?
It used to bloom real good for her. She kept it right in the sun. And I mean, would it bloom? And that's where I've got mine, is in the sun. Okay. But only half of them blooms.
Do you rotate it? A lot of times people, so the form doesn't get thrown off, they'll rotate the plant. Do you do that periodically?
No, honey, I don't.
Okay. Sometimes those Christmas cactus that are hand down generation to generation, they get so huge and fragile that might be the problem. I would think that the whole plant would be blooming, but sometimes there's more than one plant in that pot too, and that could impact it also.
All right, let's go to Roseanne in Reedsburg. Hi, Roseanne.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your question?
My question is, I have a Christmas cactus. Last year it bloomed and it was really firm, the leaves and everything. And now this year they're like soft and I don't see any new ones coming.
Okay, if it's soft, sometimes what happens is if you water them too much or if you repot them, they can develop a root rot. And then what you're going to have is that That softness is an indication that it just doesn't have roots. Tap it out of the pot, see whether you've got any healthy roots. If so, put it back, let it get dry between waterings, but I'm concerned about how much of a root system you have.
I'm going to open a Christmas cactus store.
I think you should.
Make $1 million. All right, that's our time. If you're on the line, stay there. Linda, we'll talk to you off the air. We'll see you next time. And Hattie has one final check of your forecast.
And we have sunshine finally in the area. A few clouds you can see behind me from our Platteville sky camera. But let's take a look at the satellite map and you'll see exactly where those clouds are this lunch hour, mainly in southeastern Wisconsin. Still a little bit of cloud cover there south and east of Janesville. But here in Madison, skies are clear. Our Metro Futurecast today has high temperatures right around 32 with northwesterly winds. Still a little chilly, but not bad for this time of the year. The extended forecast is looking good, though, through the week. We have sunshine and quiet weather right through Saturday. It does get a little windy on Saturday, and then our next chance for precipitation comes on Sunday.
All right, good looking week ahead, that's for sure. Thank you, Hattie. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.